Everybody is talking about the Odyssey and Christopher Nolan's directing in the film, from the cinematography, the storytelling, and the actors he chose to play the parts. Let's get into it. Number one, before we get into all the other stuff, I was probably one of millions of people that never read the Odyssey, the book. So I didn't know anything about the Odyssey coming into the theater. And I think that's sometimes a good way of enjoying a movie where you don't know the story, so that you're coming in from just a blank canvas and you're not expecting certain things that you know happen. So I'm pretty sure it's millions of people just like me that didn't know anything about the Odyssey going into the theater. Now, what I do like about going to the film and not knowing what the story is about and the things that happen, I'm able to go back and look at the actual story from the book and see how closely related did the director take from the book. And after watching this film, I actually did the research on the Odyssey, and the 20-minute story I watched about the Odyssey on YouTube telling everything that happened, he pretty much hit every part of the book, which usually is somewhat, hit or miss with movies sometimes when it's off a book, because it's extremely hard to put a long book into a movie. And he did it best way he can. This movie is 2.5, 3 hours long. So keep in mind, he tried to put as much as he can in this film. Now, off the back, let's talk about the storytelling in the book. Storytelling in the film. Now, a lot of people were saying that some things weren't talked in the timeline of the book. I don't know if I 100% agree that it has to be the exact timeline, I guess, but that's just something that people are talking about. I do realize that sometimes directors go off on what they think they can do with the film and how they want to talk about it and how they want to display it from their perspective. And real quick, as a director, aspiring director that looks up to Christopher Nolan, amongst millions of other filmmakers that have done a lot of films, I understand that as a filmmaker, it's still our decision to decide what we want to do. It's our film. Now, it may be someone else's story, but once you acquire the rights to the story, you're able to add in things and make things flow a little better by adding things that sometimes did not happen. And also, you're able to take out things that happen. That's just the direction that the director wants to go to at that time. A lot of people don't like that. Well, most people that have opinions about films don't actually make films. And that's the problem that we're having. We have opinions from everyone that most likely never made a film, especially not a film of this magnitude, telling a director where he went wrong and how the movie is trash. For me, if somebody that had went to the canvas and tried to figure out art, I can never say something is trash. That's just doesn't even make sense. You went to a blank canvas and you went and created something. So anybody that's just spreading rumors like this is trash, that's bullshit. You're just angry that they didn't do what you wanted them to do. Second of all, it's not a film if you don't come out angry or super excited. You have to have some type of emotion. If he didn't spark any type of emotion from you and you went into a film and you just left and you went on with your life, I don't think you did a good job as a filmmaker. People should talk about your film. It's a lot of movies that you go into the theater and watch and you never talk about again. So if that movie does not move you to question things in your life, you didn't get a good story. That's just straight up. If it's not helping you get through something or get over something or teach you about something new, then what did you get from that film? You just kind of wasted 2.5 hours of your life. So for anybody that's just mad that they didn't like how the film was, hey, it is what it is. Now, another thing I was hearing is people didn't like that Lupita played the female in the film. Well, in my opinion, that is a director's call. Nolan decided to use a black female in this Greek mythology, whatever film, and he's able to do that. That's a director's decision. once again, people for some reason like hold directors to like they have to do what the fans and the audience think. He makes what he makes, and you either can like it or don't like it. Straight up. I mean, I don't hear this whole thing of, oh, a black woman should never play a white woman's role. Like, bro, do you know that this book is a made up tale? It's not real life. It's not real. This came up from somebody coming up with some type of idea for a film or whatever, a book, and it's just a made up story, buddy. So if you're angry about the casting of the film, who cares? It is what it is. Now, if I did have to rate this on Nolan's films, I'm definitely not going to rate this on the highest level. That's just my opinion. I'm not super into the war movies, but he did give me a new perspective on war movies. Me personally, the best war movie I've ever seen was Barry Lyndon. I haven't seen a better war movie from storytelling or just cinematography since Barry Lyndon. I don't know. That's just me. That's my favorite filmmaker of all time. If you don't know, I'm talking about Stanley Kubrick. So that's just me personally. The best war film I've ever seen was Barry Lyndon. So if you do want to see a great war film from cinematography, storytelling, sound, whatever, I would check out Barry Lyndon. But today we're talking about Christopher Nolan. The cinematography from Hoyte van Hoyte, stellar. Every time he knocks the cinematography out of the air, I mean, he's going to go down as one of the best cinematographers, possibly of all times. And the fact that they're using an IMAX camera like it's a Red Komodo nowadays is pretty impressive. I'm not going to lie. Visually, I think they captured the boat scenes as realistic as it gets. I feel like I was exactly in the water watching this film. It was extremely immersive from all the boat scenes. For me personally, that was the best part of the cinematography. For me, the boat scenes were they were stellar. For me personally, that was it. Now, also with the cinematography, a lot of people were saying that there was no CGI. Now, I'm hearing that there were a little CGI. When they say no CGI is they didn't completely, for the monster, rely on computers to make this whatever. They utilized actual tangible effects on set, and then they used the CGI to hide like cords and green screen and markers, things like that. They didn't use it to actually make the monster. It's more to make the monster feel real and move real. So I do like that Nolan is still into practical effects, actually hiring people, giving people jobs to make real effects on set and not just relying on AI and computers like most filmmakers are doing now. So I do appreciate that from Nolan. We need more of that. So I appreciate that when it comes to just art design and, set design and all those kind of things. Like, knowing that he actually went to locations in a bunch of different countries to shoot this film, it means that he cares. And for him to be so big and to push against Netflix and to push against AI, these are the big things that filmmakers are up against. Netflix, from quick consuming movies, and we're not enjoying movies anymore, and AI taking jobs away. So he is completely against both of those things that have been affecting Hollywood for a while now. Another thing is, he's not just eating a bunch of scripts and spitting them out. He goes away and he comes back with a whole new genre of film. I was seeing a video of someone saying, I can't wait to see a scary movie a horror movie from, Christopher Nolan. I think he's going to bring horror movies to a next level. You know what I mean? I don't think he's going to jump into horror films just for the strength of, right now, the horror king is Jordan Peele. Regardless of how you feel about Jordan Peele, he's able to capture movies in a certain way that we haven't seen in horror. And I don't see him stopping doing horror films. So if Nolan goes in that direction, I would be excited. But I just don't think Nolan's going to do it anytime soon. It's it just doesn't make sense for him to do it right now. He's doing really good at telling stories from the things that he's into, and I don't feel like he's not into the horror scene. I don't see him going that direction, but I would be excited if he did. All right, so all in all, I enjoyed watching the film. A quick story. So I actually went out to watch it, and I watched the first 30 minutes of the film, and then I had to leave for family matters. And then I think a day or two later, I went back with my fiance, and we watched it together. She loved it. She was scared for the monster part or whatever, but I watched it twice, and I enjoyed it. That was $100. Keep in mind, IMAX is very expensive, so it was about $30 a ticket where I'm at. And I took her on a date, and then I paid for her and me. I paid me twice, so whatever. I don't know, but all in all, I think it was a great film. If I had to rate it, 4 stars out of 5. If I had to rate it, maybe closer to 3.5, to be honest. And that's Nolan list. I'm not rating him against anybody else's films. Amongst his films, that's the rating I'm giving him, because I can't compare him to no one else. Who else can I compare him to? To personally, but besides Jordan Peele, I feel like, and Jordan Peele is nowhere near on the same level as Christopher Nolan, because respectfully, Christopher Nolan has been putting out way more work than Jordan Peele or anybody, but in anybody, he's like everybody's lane. He's destroying everybody. Steven Spielberg is not even messing with him. Like, that's just straight up. But amongst his films, I'm going to give it probably more close. Actually, let's do a 3.5. I'll take that. So that's where I'll rank it amongst his other films. I don't know how you guys feel, but that's just how I feel about the film. All in all, I'm a filmmaker reviewing another filmmaker. So it's always hard to be, what word am I looking for? It's hard to be, really hard on other filmmakers, no matter how big he is, because I know it's hard to put yourself out there. And for somebody that has made only a few short films and still releasing that is like, what if people don't like it? And what am I talking about? And things like that. I respect him, just like all filmmakers that actually are writer-directors. Okay? Keep in mind, he's a writer-director. A lot of directors we like or putting out movies, they don't write and they don't direct. They take scripts and they shoot it. They're not the writer and they're not the director. David Finch, he's a director first. He might have wrote some films, I don't know. But from what I've heard, he did not write The Social Network. He did not write Fight Club. And these are some of his greatest films of all time. He's not a writer-director, so I'm always going to respect a writer-director more than somebody that's just taking a film. Does that mean he's less than anybody? No. I just respect people that write the story and shoot it just a little bit more. That's not the same for everybody. Some people think at the end of the day, if you attach yourself to a film, that's the greatest project that you've done. But for me, I think if you're writing and directing, I'm always going to put you a little bit above people that aren't doing that. That's just my opinion. But if you've watched the Odyssey, please drop a comment. Let me know. Did you like it? Did you enjoy it? Would you watch it again? Would you go purchase it for a home video so you can watch again and again and again? I don't know. I do that. Maybe I'm one of few people, but I actually like going to buy 4K CDs to put in my PlayStation to watch the movies, to study them. I don't want to pay a subscription fee or keep paying to watch a film, because let's be honest, it's not even like it's cheap at the house. You would think if they're going to stream it to your living room, movies should be like $5 to watch these movies. These movies are like $20 to watch for the first 7-8 months before they drop the price on watching them. But I don't know. I hope to see you guys in the comment section and tell me how you guys feel about the film. If you haven't watched the film, definitely go check it out. It's a great film. It's not going to be on IMAX forever. And yeah. Oh, another thing is, I'm hearing people having problems watching it in regular format. because like some of the giants' heads are cut off if you don't watch it in IMAX, because of the obviously the aspect ratio is different. But I don't know. Make sure you watch it in IMAX so you don't get that experience. And yeah, I mean, I'll see you guys on the next episode. I don't plan on ever doing a review again. I only did a review because of the negative racial comments that I've seen that is completely disgusting. But I figured I would say hats off to you, Nolan. Keep inspiring young filmmakers like me. Most of us do not get to your level, and the ones that do rarely do anything that shocks the world. Keep shocking the world. I pray that I'm able to meet you, shake your hand, and able to get a mentorship from you when I get to those rooms in the future. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace. My coffee's like cold. It's like iced coffee now.